Wow, okay, here we go.
Hey, man. Are you recording?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Hey, man.
I don't have my headphones in.
I asked you if you were ready.
And then you did some weird, like...
I did not do anything. I did nothing weird. I did everything normal.
Some weird Fred Flintstone.
Something I do every time we shoot.
Yabba dabba doo! And then
something we
you did like the...
Absolutely.
With your feet underneath the table. Like you're getting ready to move a car.
I need you... I did something I absolutely do every single time we shoot. So I don't need you to do whatever this is.
Okay.
Anyways, have you ever heard of glitter?
Glitter?
Yeah, have you ever heard of glitter?
Like the stuff?
Yeah, like the stuff.
Physical glitter.
Physical, real life glitter.
Yeah, I've dabbled.
Yeah. Did you did you know there's a conspiracy surrounding glitter?
I don't know what this means.
What do you mean?
What do you mean there's a conspiracy surrounding glitter?
I don't know how I can make that more clear to you.
I mean, you could spend an hour talking about it if you want to do a full episode on it.
Let's go. All right, cool. Sounds good. Let's do this.
Are you going to ask questions or are you going to go home to your family? Do we really got it?
Yeah, we got it.
Why would we buy that?
Because you said it.
You don't have to do it.
You said it.
Me saying it doesn't mean you have to spend the money on it. You're going to need to talk to somebody about how much free time you've got to listen to a podcast about glitter. Things I learned last night. You know what I think every time you start an episode?
What?
I have suggested probably 30 topics to you. And every time I think you're going to bring one up, and I'm going to be like, I'm going to have to be like,
one that
I've never heard of that, you know? And every time you go, glitter. Okay, sure. I guess that's what we're talking about.
You want me to start doing your topics?
I would. Why else would I send them to you, Tim?
All right, I'll start keeping track of your recommendations.
You've not kept track of them at all? Let me tell you about glitter.
Okay, yeah, tell me. What do you got to say?
I used to be an Uber driver. Right?
Yeah.
And certain places in Kansas City.
Yeah.
When you pick patrons up.
Yeah.
You just know your car is going to be covered in glitter.
You're going to get some glitter. Yeah.
So I know about glitter.
Yeah. And that's Subway.
Subway restaurants. You know that whoever you're going to pick up.
The patrons.
Yeah. You're going to pick up a little glitter bug.
I don't think that's what they call themselves. Subway people?
Oh, no. I was talking about people who are into glitter. Okay, What's the conspiracy?
Okay, yeah. So, we got to back up. Glitter.
Glitter's always a fun idea, but we did the Christmas episodes, and there is still glitter in here.
Yeah, we're still finding it. We're still finding it in here. I vacuumed pretty hard after that.
Show us what that looks like, Tim. What you think vacuuming pretty hard looks like. Okay.
I hope that ASMR was good for you.
Yeah. Loved it.
Okay, so in fall of 2018, glitter was a trending word on Google search trends. Everybody was looking for glitter. I don't know why. Everybody wanted some glitter for stuff. You know, whatever reason. It's just popular.
Okay.
And so the New York Times saw this as an opportunity to write an article, as most outlets like that would.
Yeah, they're always looking for trending topics. So go get glitter.
And so they put their journalist by the name of Katie Weaver on it and said, hey, do an article about glitter, like maybe how it's made or what it is or whatever. Like just do something interesting about glitter. It's trending right now. Let's get an article about glitter. And so she starts doing some research and she finds that there's kind of like a mecca for glitter in the world, and that's New Jersey. New Jersey is where all the glitter comes from. The majority of the major manufacturers of glitter are in New Jersey. Mainly two companies. One by the name of Glitterex which I can show you a picture of. I got a picture of Glitterex.
Thank you for this. This gives me a lot of context. It's just a picture of their office building,
It's
guys.
a very just normal glitter company.
I know a lot more about this conspiracy now that I've seen this building. Yes, go ahead.
Meadowbrook glitter, which I don't have a picture of them. They're a little bit more
I don't know. Why don't you Google Street View it? It's the same thing.
You can't. They Meadowbrook glitter. Fun fact about Meadowbrook glitter: owns a property that's about 100 acres, and they got a factory about the same size, just in the middle of the woods on their property.
What?
They're a little bit more secretive than Glitterex is.
What, can you sky view it?
I mean, you can, but there's trees. So like the
they're
trees,
covered.
the tree. Yeah, they're hiding some things. Meadowbrook.
Okay.
So Meadowbrook glitter is the other big one in New Jersey. The other largest one in the world is one called RJA Plastics, and they're actually out of Germany. New Jersey, Germany, very similar.
So, okay.
What could you possibly have questions about right now?
Sometimes I think about like wanting to like run a business and like make money.
Yeah.
Right. And then I find out there are entire companies that just make glitter.
Yeah.
And I guess I don't know, man.
Yeah. And they make a lot of money doing it.
There's no entrepreneurs starting glitter companies.
Yeah. Yeah. Because it's not.
No one's like trying to be the next big thing in glitter.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe that's an industry.
No
that
one's
is
trying to have
disruption.
a glitter glow up, you know?
Yeah. That's an interesting.
I'm trying to imagine who's at a dinner party being like, yeah, I work in glitter.
Yeah, we're just doing the next biggest thing. Here's the thing. We got glitter that serves the people.
You know, we put out a new glitter every month.
We call it Glitter of the Month.
Yeah. You would know that if you signed up for our newsletter.
Glitter of the Month.
Say newsletter?
We call it Glunth for short.
Glunth?
Yeah.
Okay.
Glitter of the Month.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's just weird. Okay, go ahead.
So these glitter companies are the biggest glitter companies in the world.
Yeah.
So she goes.
Are there any mom and pops competing?
I mean, there's some small ones all over
on
the place.
Etsy?
Yeah, well,
Homemade
not on
glitter?
Etsy. Maybe there are on Etsy. I mean, I'm sure there are on Etsy, but they're like any other Etsy
cut
artist.
in tiny pieces.
The corporation's got their foot on their throat, and they're like, you're not getting any bigger than Etsy.
Yeah. Okay.
So she goes to Jersey because she's like, there's the most manufacturers there.
Sure.
There's one in Germany. She's not going to talk to them. She's going to talk to the two in the States. So she goes to New Jersey. She reaches out to Glitterex and to Meadowbrook. Meadowbrook says, absolutely not. We're not talking to you. Glitterex says, sure, come on down. We'll give you a tour. We'll tell you how it's all made, whatever, right? So they're giving her the tour, walking her through how they make glitter.
She goes, yeah, I went over to Meadowbrook, and they go, hold on. I have to go to the bathroom. And the tour guide disappears. And then half of the lights shut off, right? Suddenly, she and her
Not all of
photographer
them. Half
are
of
in a
them.
weird hallway, half lit, right? And then down the hall, very far, long hallway, you see two double doors just open. Standing in the middle of that middle door is what I could describe as a human-shaped disco ball. We don't know if it's a human, but it's something covered in glitter. And it's moving toward them. It's getting bigger, you know? And they realize pretty quickly, there's no way out of this place. All right? And they're tugging the doors. They're sitting there doing all this stuff, right? They're like, I can't get out. Please, no, please help me. They're yelling. No one can hear their cries. And then just before this beast reaches them, the lights all slam back on. Beast disappears. Guy comes out. And he goes,
Whispers in their ear.
never say that again.
Sir, what was that?
Are you going to ask questions or are you going to go home to your family?
I guess I'll go home to my family.
Perfect. Would you like to take a sample of our glitter with you?
And that was their encounter with the Meadowbrook Beast. So they don't
almost
get
got glitz, dude.
so they didn't get to go to Meadowbrook, but they did get to go to Glitterex. They do the tour of
Right.
Glitterex, and they're seeing how it's made. They're hearing about the history of the company and all this stuff. And then while they're on the tour, Weaver asks a question, a very simple question, and says, "Hey, what's your biggest industry that you guys serve?"
Yeah, who do they sell to?
And she's like, "Oh, I couldn't answer that."
Terrorists.
And she says, "You couldn't answer that, or you're not allowed to answer that." And she says, "Oh no, I absolutely know, but I can't." And so the reporter says, "But you know what it is." And she says, "Oh God, yes." And you never guess it. Let's just leave it at that. And so the reporter says, "Well,
anytime you say, if you're talking to a reporter, maybe avoid the phrase, let's just leave it at that." You know what I'm saying? Because that's just, to a reporter, they go, this is my big break.
to the reporter, would you like me to give you $1 million?
Yeah. And a book deal.
It's the same word.
To a reporter, they hear 6 months from now, you're going to be on every news station in the country.
And so she didn't. You're right. She did not.
What is it? The U.S. government?
She did not leave it at that. She says, "Oh, why? Like, why can't you? Why can't you tell me that?"
Hold on. I have to go to the bathroom. And you're like, okay.
And the same thing happened there. What happened at Meadowbrook? Oh wait, I can't talk about Meadowbrook. I didn't get to go to Meadowbrook.
Don't say the M word.
So she says, okay, so you can't tell me.
Won't tell me.
You can't tell me. And she's like, no, I can't. And she's like, well, why? And she says,
they will murder me.
The rep from Glitterex says, the rep from Glitterex says,
I have kids because I have a family, because I have people that I love who rely on me.
She says, because they don't want anyone to know what it is.
That's the weirdest thing to say to somebody. Honestly, you know what I love is that there's no they or it. It's just it's a worker. Bro, okay, imagine this. You work at Glitterex, dude. Nothing exciting ever happens at Glitterex. And then here comes this fancy reporter coming in asking all these questions. What year were you guys founded? Oh, you know, what kind of colors do you guys, how many colors can you print glitter? You know? What sizes of glitter do we got? And then you, a disgruntled worker at this glitter emporium, just get to look at this person and go, so who do you sell the most glitter to? Oh, I can't tell you that. I'll never tell. You know? And you go, oh, what are you talking about? And then you could just back into a dark hallway and just, and then someone else comes out and goes, who are you talking to? You could, can we just make a pact?
How did you get in here?
Right now that if a reporter is anywhere near us, we convince them I'm Amish or something, Amish adjacent, or something, and be like, yeah, we can't tell you that.
I'll never tell.
I'll never tell. And then you just, you know what I'm saying? Like that.
You could be onto something here.
And then suddenly, imagine that though. It's like you're just like, I don't know. And then months from now, you look out your window on your lunch break and you see that reporter sleeping in their car outside your building, like looking for, and you're like, oh no, I've ruined their life.
Turned someone insane.
Yeah. Because it's like there's two people who will never let go of a hunch, right?
Yeah,
and it's reporters and then those weird private investigators in these documentaries.
Yeah. Which is, they're
who are always like, yeah, I staked out their house for 6 months. Turns out they weren't involved.
Turns out they're super normal.
Wasted
now
6 months of my life.
Restraining order.
Yeah, my wife's gone, so I had a lot of free time. I'm not allowed in the neighborhood anymore.
So she asks a follow-up question because you're right. The answer, because they don't want anyone to know what it is, was an answer that makes you say, hold on, I need to know more.
I have more questions.
Yeah. And so she says, the reporter asks her and says, if I looked at it, would I know it was glitter? And she said, no, not really. And so then she asks, would I be able to see the glitter? And she said, oh, you'd be able to see something, but I can't. And that's where the conversation ends. And so
our biggest customer is Meadowbrook, who then resells our glitter at a markup.
So
our biggest customer is a teenager in Denver, Colorado, who has an online e-commerce store where he sells our glitter at a marked up price
on Etsy. I've never even heard of Etsy. You know what that is?
Yes. I don't know what Etsy is.
I don't know what Etsy is.
Because they don't want you to know what Etsy is. Okay.
So she writes this down in her notes.
Yeah.
She goes and writes an article about where glitter comes from and what it is.
And then at the end goes, and they won't tell me who they see.
And then at the end, literally at the end, she says, also, by the way, I had this weird conversation. Here's how it went. And leaves this conversation in the article. And the internet was like, hold up. Wait. Tell me more.
I like that the internet made it to the end of an article. You know what I'm saying?
I do really appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Someone on Reddit found it, put it on Reddit, and a subreddit was born to try to solve who is buying all the glitter. A theory or a lie began to be perpetrated within the subreddit that there's a glitter shortage. That's not true.
Okay.
But that came from this subreddit, and everyone's like, there's a glitter shortage, and it's because whatever this industry is, they're buying up all the glitter and using it in something that they don't want us to know what it is. And so this was in December of 2018 that this article came out.
Okay.
And since then, people have been vigorously trying to discover
They haven't figured it out
where the
yet
glitter
as of the recording.
is from. Here's the thing. There's a lot of theories.
Yeah.
Some people are very confident that they've figured it out.
Okay.
Before we do, I'm curious if you have any ideas of what you think this mystery industry is.
It's Bethel.
That checks out.
It is
That checks out.
charismatic churches with
With the gold
some
dust.
very fine.
That checks out.
No, my real
I have not
answer,
seen that anywhere.
probably WWE wrestling. I think that the wrestlers aren't real, dude. I've thought that for years, man. I've been like, these are just globs of glitter put together, dude. And I can smell what they're cooking. All right, like you can't get that past me.
That's why every time one of them gets punched, it's just this puff of glitter, and nobody talks about that.
I don't know what it would be. I'm trying to think of like the farthest thing from it. Probably the meat industry. Are we eating glitter?
Interesting.
Are we? My real thought is, let's see. Because when she's like, you wouldn't know it's glitter.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Yeah. I mean, like you could. See
This is absolutely an employee messing with somebody. That's my real theory.
That's an interesting theory. I haven't heard that anywhere.
It's just an employee. But now it's been like 5 years and they're a little too far deep.
Yeah, and they're like, we can't come out with the truth now.
It's just like, they reached back out to Glitterex for additional comments, and Glitterex was like, who told you that?
Or like, that person doesn't work here.
Which seems more suspicious that they're
seem,
like, who
told you that?
And then that person gets fired.
Yeah.
And then everyone goes, see, they are hiding something. Mm-hmm. But it's like, guys, Clint was just weird. Hey, August 31st, you've got plans. You've got plans.
You've got plans.
Google Play is hosting a live stream on their YouTube channel.
Yes, they are.
And we are hosting that live stream that they're hosting. We're going to be in it.
Yeah, we're going to be having a lot of fun. We're going to be playing games.
Clear 8 hours of your day.
Yeah, whatever it takes a PTO to watch us on this live stream.
If you're, or don't, go to your job and give very minimal effort that day. Put us on your phone, tablet, laptop, whatever it is. Because we're going to be hanging out all day with Google Play on August 31st.
Yeah.
Pretty exciting stuff.
Spam the chat, say our name over and over and over again. There's a few theories that have popped around the internet.
I got no idea.
a big one, toothpaste. So
Dumb, stupid.
a lot of people
wrong,
really like this theory.
dumb.
A lot of people like
the
toothpaste.
little blue toothpaste.
Yeah, that has like it looks
Would
like
have
it's
been
got some
funnier for
glitter
the
flakes
employee
in
to
there.
say, and what I would say the next time is when a reporter goes, who's your biggest client?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go, you wouldn't believe me, and then just leave it at that.
Yeah, I can't say anything else.
Can't say anything else.
You
You
wouldn't
wouldn't believe me. Toothpaste. Why is that a favorite? Because the little blue sparkles in it.
Yeah, because there's toothpaste that has what looks like glitter in the toothpaste. Mm-hmm. And I mean, toothpastes are plastics, so most people would be like, I don't want that in my body, and so they would secretize that.
Secretize it. Okay.
Secretize that right now. I'm going to tell you something, but you have to prometize.
You have to prometize that you won't say anything. Prometize to me. Okay.
Toothpaste, one of them.
Okay.
Another popular theory is
A shampoo.
shampoo. Yeah, similar answer. I haven't seen someone say that, but similar thought.
I'm trying to think of my household products that have glitter in it now.
Another
soap.
Yeah, and that's another option. Another really popular one is resorts are putting it in the sand on the beaches to make it glisten more.
Shut up, dude. Like
Mixing it. They're walking out there.
Imagine that's your
dumping it
job.
And mixing in the glitter.
You got to go
with
out
the
there
sand.
and it washes away every day.
Yeah, every morning you walk out there, it's like a salt and pepper shaker.
The turtles are dying.
And you're just...
Would you say it was a salt and pepper shaker? Tim, it wouldn't be that. These are resorts. These are fancy places.
Sorry.
It's the
twist knob.
Twist knob.
Tell me
Come
when.
on.
Tell me when.
Tell me when.
Yeah, you sit down, you get your towel out, you put your umbrella up, you open the book, and then the Beach Boy, what do they call him? The
Beach Boys.
Boy.
The Beach Boy
comes and says, tell me when. It just glitters the sand around,
the glitter
around
gal
your seat.
comes out. And in the 70s, never mind. Okay, so it's the same girl from the 70s. What I'm saying.
Yeah.
She's old now.
She's old. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's
That's
still
why you
doing
call
it.
her the glitter gal.
Yeah. Similar theory to that is that there's a sand shortage right now, apparently, and they're
Sand shortage.
They're like diluting the sand
There's
with
so
glitter.
much of it down. Okay.
They're
Yeah,
saying
dude. I'll tell you why there's a sand shortage. It's all in my freaking towel and my shower and all that stuff when I come home. My butt crack.
I don't even.
I leave the beach and it's a sand shortage for sure, dude.
No, what they say is there's a sand shortage, so they're diluting the sand that they sell. So it's like 70% sand, 30% glitter. And just mix it up, and they put it in sandbags and sand for playgrounds and stuff and construction and whatever you use sand for.
30% sand, 20% glitter. Okay.
So that's a popular theory. Another really big one that has
Bombs.
why
Bombs.
Why?
I don't know. The military.
To make it
Lockheed
more bomby.
and Martin.
To make it more bomby.
Bomby.
You know what just really adds insult to injury when you blow up?
Glitter.
Just glitter raining down on you.
Sucks, dude.
You're like, I lost my leg and my dignity.
Yeah, dude. My birthday party got droned, but the glitter was kind of a nice touch.
Yeah.
So,
Yikes.
what? Toothpaste?
Yikes.
Beaches.
Toothpaste, beaches, sand itself. Another popular one is boats. They're making boats out of glitter. No, boat paint. Have you ever seen a boat? They're sparkly.
My car is sparkly. Car paint? That's what
car paint's another
I was thinking
automotive.
of.
Car paint is sparkly. Here's the thing with a lot of these theories, though.
But why would she not say those?
Well, okay, so
I guess sand.
So toothpaste, you don't want to consume
Sure.
the plastics. And
Sand,
stuff.
you want to keep the mysteriousness of, because the resorts are playing God.
Yeah, they're like, look
how beautiful the beach
sparkling
is.
our sand is. Yeah,
We go out and we litter the ocean so that it sparkles.
So it's a similar theory there. It's like they're maintaining a lie. There's a couple other ones that are similar, as like fake jewelry. Countertop companies are like, this is marble, but it's just normal with a coating of glitter.
Yeah. And your stupid dumb eyes look
That
at it and you
looks
go,
Are those The hearts?
I've never seen marble
Are those
before.
pink hearts?
Huh. It looks different up close.
And so this is
Caves. Probably caves. Because all the rocks.
rocks are
fake.
Yeah, rocks aren't real. So there's this holes. Gosh dang it! Why do you have to say that? You say that one part,
and now you have to look it up. Well,
rocks aren't real.
.com. What about glitterrocks.com?
I'm sure that's a thing. Rocksaren'treal.com. We got it. All right.
Do we really got it?
Yeah, we got it.
Why would we buy that?
Because you said it.
You don't have to do it.
You said it.
Me saying it doesn't mean you have to spend the money on it.
I thought that's how this works.
All right.
I thought that's what business meant.
Oh, when I say something, you spend money on it?
Yeah.
My car's broken.
Oh, you said it. My
.com.
is broken.com.
That's got to be like a local mechanic.
Yeah, it's taken. Carisbroken.com is not, though.
No.
Could this be an opportunity? Okay. So there's this whole subset of like they're lying to you about what this product is.
Right.
By putting glitter in it and being like, it's marble, it's sand.
There's got to be a nefarious motive.
Yeah. And so that's interesting-ish, maybe. It
But
could be
not
some
really.
of those.
Could be better.
There's obviously the toothpaste. Another one similar is sugar.
They don't want...
And so the idea with sugar is a couple possibilities. One, they're making it shinier because sugar kind of glistens a little bit.
Yeah, it does.
Another one is that there could be supply chain or shortage issues that they're trying to artificially inflate the market to keep the prices up.
Sugar market?
Yeah, because
kind of trying to sweeten the deal.
Glitter costs more than sugar. And so it doesn't make sense to dilute. Like you're not saving money by tricking people and having some glitter in there and not sugar. You're not saving money that way. So there has to be a different motive there.
Glitter doesn't dissolve in my coffee. So like...
Well, this sugar is really authentic.
Ting, 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 ting. Huh.
Interesting sugar.
Coffee grounds while we've got stupid ideas. Might as well say it.
While we're here. There was someone online who said hot dogs. They're putting it in hot dog.
Joey Chestnuts.
Because if you look at a raw hot dog, it does glisten a little bit.
Wonder how Joey Chestnut feels today.
Bad.
Guaranteed.
Bad.
Bad day.
Do you think Joey Chestnut cuts weight?
Do you know that he got paid $40,000 from Pepto-Bismol to compete in some of these things?
That makes sense. Yeah, that's a good
crazy
contract for them.
He makes $500,000 a year.
It's kind of like Warped Tour, where they have Monster Energy had the Warped Tour water.
Yeah.
In the cans, he's got Pepto-Bismol.
Joey Chestnut is like an airline pilot in that for the first few years of your eating career, you don't make a lot of money. But then like 25 years in, you get paid a lot.
You get there.
But only if you're a champion.
Yikes.
Okay. Let's see. What else sparkles? Contact lenses so that your lover thinks it's the twinkle in your eye, but it's really just sparkling.
A scam.
Let's see. Cocaine. Like drug smugglers, right?
Yeah. I can see drug smugglers.
They don't want you to know what it is.
Yeah, I could see drug smugglers.
Meth?
That would make a little bit more sense. Because then the corporation's got more of a reason to keep that secret too.
Sure.
They don't want to know.
We sell the cartel.
What's your number one client?
Yeah. Months ago. That's why they don't let you at Meadowbrook anymore. One of the employees is like, you're the cartel. And he hasn't been seen since.
No one's seen him.
Okay. What's the theory you believe?
So here's what I'll say. I'll say the internet, a couple years ago in 2019, there was a podcast that was produced by a podcast called Endless Thread. And they did a whole investigation on this. The conclusion they came to was the boats. And the reason for that conclusion is they were able to find within some Glitterex documentation that they sold a lot of stuff to a specific company that makes paint for boats. And they followed up with boating companies, and the entire boating industry is buying paint from this company. to paint their boats with glittery paint. And they're allegedly using a 55-gallon drum worth of glitter on each boat. The reason why this is covered up, the explanation for the reason why this is covered up, the podcast didn't give an explanation. They just said, oh, it's just the boat company. It's who they're selling to.
Imagine listening to a 6-part series and at the end,
and that's the
it's like dramatic music.
Yeah.
And in the end, after all that work of finding Glitterex or Meadowbrook, we discovered it was in fact the boat.
Boat paint.
You know,
This podcast is brought to you by
BetterHelp. You're going to need to talk to somebody about how much free time you've got to listen to a podcast about glitter. And honestly, we're judging them. But you're about 30 minutes into a podcast about
this
glitter.
one already.
You are,
So you're
listener.
here.
So anyway. If you're listening on, speaking of glitter, if you're listening on Stitcher,
yeah.
you're not going to be able to do that anymore.
Yeah,
They're going to cut you off.
Find something new.
We recommend anything else.
You know where they are.
You
I'm
know.
sure you've heard the notice, but if you're listening on Stitcher, they're shutting down at the end of
We
the
just
month.
want to give you a heads up.
Don't miss TILLN.
Or if you've
Listen to
never
us.
tried Stitcher, now is the time.
And that's the
'cause
perfect time to
you only
get in.
like a couple weeks.
Buy the dip. Diamond hands, baby.
Diamond hands.
Oh, is it the stock
So
market?
they said it's boat paint.
So
the carnival was pretty shiny when I was there.
They followed the rabbit trail. They found out it was boat paint, and they said that your average, like not even carnival size boats, but like bass
Boat-sized
fishing
boats.
bass fishing size boats use like a 55-gallon drum worth of glitter on each
they're
one.
pretty shiny.
And what they say is that
Bald people?
there's two possible
Bald people buy a lot because their heads are
to shine
shiny.
their head.
You know?
Say what? So the Reddit picked this up, and they were like, okay, there's two possible reasons why they don't want the world to know that glitter is in boat paint. Reason one, that the salt water in the sea, this doesn't happen in freshwater, obviously, because there's no salt water in freshwater.
Very good.
The salt water
Erodes the paint.
is eroding the paint and then leaking the glitter into the ocean. And so
Get
boat
stuck
paint,
in turtles.
well, what they're saying is
noses.
boat paint is the majority of the reason for the microplastics that we have all over our ocean. And they don't want anyone to know about it because they're making a ton of money off of it right now. And they're destroying the planet. That's theory number one of why they're keeping it a secret.
Okay.
Theory number two, and this is my favorite one. Theory number two is that the boating industry recognizes who their ideal customer is. They're fishermen. They're outdoorsmen. And if they found out that their boats were covered in glitter, they would revolt.
Because their eyes can't see that it's shiny.
They can't let them know that there's glitter in the paint on their boat. Because that is not manly. So those are the two. That's the leading theory. And those are the two leading theories
This
of
is
why.
worth an episode. I want you to know.
Thanks.
I'm glad I've listened to this.
Thanks. Okay, here's where it gets interesting.
Sure.
So, a couple days ago,
My interest is piqued. The boating industry as a whole comes out with a unified letter, and they go, "We've never seen the Meadowbrook monster. We have no idea who you're talking about." And we were like, "We didn't mention the monster,
Nobody
you
mentioned the
idiots." Oh no.
Neither did we.
That was a joke. That was a Clint.
April Fools.
Clint just got fired from the boating industry.
The whole industry.
He worked for all of them.
He worked for the boat cartel, the bartel,
Okay.
the boatel, the boatel.
You butchered it.
Okay. So a couple days ago, a relatively new YouTuber called Chuppel is the third video. They managed to get an interview with Meadowbrook. Kinda.
Where is Meadowbrook? Also in New Jersey?
I'm glad you asked. So I actually a minute ago took this screenshot while you were looking of Meadowbrook. So this is it in the middle of the ranch. It's
Okay.
genuinely in the middle of nowhere. It's actually very close, only a 40-minute drive from
Or a 15-minute flight.
from Glitterex. So Glitterex is in the city, in Jersey City. They're out in the country, and they
Okay.
actually own like a giant portion of that open space.
Wow, Meadowbrook is right by the Great Swamp National Wildlife Refuge, which is convenient for them not having a monster.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. I'm glad you pointed that out. So there's where it is.
Okay.
Right? So this new YouTuber, they managed to get an interview with
Meadowbrook.
Meadowbrook, but not.
Not the CEO, the monster. And all he said was,
Oh.
and they go, boats. It was the boats all
It
along.
was the boats.
My family is on the boats.
What?
It's the glitter monster. And he's like, my family.
Why does he have that accent?
My family is on the boats, polluting the oceans.
Yeah. So
Do you hear how Tim goes, yeah. He's like, no, please stop. No, we get it. Please
I'm
stop.
trying to just get away from you right now. I just don't want to hear anymore. Whatever that was.
The glitter monster was super friendly the whole time. That was just
he was the nicest glitter monster I've ever met.
But it's like the whole point. It's made of glitter. You can't be.
Okay, so they got an interview with Henry Rushman Jr.,
Okay.
who is the son of Henry Rushman
Senior.
who is the founder of
son.
Meadowbrook
Oh.
and the inventor of glitter. Like he came up with it on accident.
Yeah, he accidentally shredded something important.
And he was like, this
He's like,
gives
whoops.
me an idea.
This is still, look. Ah.
He's like,
you know?
that would make
Hold
the
on.
sand at my resort look a lot better.
Yes. So they got an interview with him.
So they got an interview with Henry Rushman Jr. And he was the acting CEO for like 20 years of Meadowbrook. They kicked him
Okay.
out. They ousted him because they got in a disagreement with him. But his father invented glitter. And so in this interview, they kind of take you back on the story of where glitter came from. Because an interesting thing about Henry Rushman, he was on the Manhattan Project. So Henry Rushman Sr., before Meadowbrook, owned...
Designed New York.
And what's crazy is at the top of Manhattan, he made an airport that they didn't build, but allegedly they didn't build. But we all know that they built it and they buried it.
Yeah.
And they built the top part of Manhattan on top of it, but the
Yeah.
runway's still there.
You just can't see it because the glitter.
You just can't see it because a guy landed a plane there. So he was working. He ran a precision cutting firm. And so what he did was he just cut pictures and stuff really close. Like kind of like early Photoshop. He would do your lasso tool, but like really, really close.
Yeah.
Like in real life, not on a computer. 'Cause
Sure.
those weren't a thing yet. And then he also did metals and stuff. And so he would cut things really, really small cuts.
Sure.
He had like an X-Acto knife he was really good with.
And the
I think.
shavings, he was like, these are fun.
Well, he's cutting stuff in New York. It's World War II.
He's cutting it up.
And he gets a call from the United States government. And they said, hey, we hear you cut really good.
He's like,
Do
I'm
you
all
wanna-
right.
Do you want to come cut something for us? And he said, no. And they said, it's
They said
not
it's
an option.
not optional.
We're not asking you. That was more of a formality.
Sorry, we were like
You have
kinda
to come here.
offering it, but like we're gonna find you.
So they fly him out, and he gets put on a task to cut these really, really tiny washers for
The Manhattan Project.
the atom bomb.
Yeah.
And he does it. He
Reluctantly.
using this new type of metal that washers aren't normally made out of, and it's very, very small. He's cutting these little tiny washers
Okay.
for the atom bomb, and successfully does it. But in the process, while he's manufacturing these, he realizes that there are shavings that are coming off of this
Yeah.
that are very shiny and really cool.
Fun.
And so he starts bottling them up, and when he's off duty, he's selling them to
Off
drugstores.
duty.
he's selling
Bottling them up in what? Like an empty Mountain Dew bottle?
them, no, like
And selling them to who?
no, like mason jars.
He's
Mason
like walking
jars.
around and be like,
No, he's going to drugstores for Christmas. And he says, hey, this would be great for Christmas trees. People could sprinkle them on their trees and make them glisten. And they were like, yeah, that's true. That'd be cool.
They're like, that's really neat.
And so a bunch of drugstores started
People are
buying.
dumb, dude. Shiny stuff, love it. Put it on trees. Sure. $1 million? Sure.
Shiny stuff? Shiny thing?
Shiny stuff?
Shiny?
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
We'll do it.
Hey, thanks for checking out this episode of Things I Learned Last Night. If you're here and you're a little shocked because you've been watching ASMR videos all night and you woke up to the sound of my laughter, let me help you out real quick and join back in the ASMR. One thing that would help us a lot in the algorithm is if you left some comments or some reviews if you're on the podcast app. We'd really appreciate that, and it would help us grow this show. So thanks for your support. But if not, and you're just here trying to sleep, I hope I interrupted it. But here's another advertisement. So he realized he was making a lot of money selling shavings.
Don't put too many shavings near each other.
or else they with the intensity of 1,000 suns.
Or else they mold together and form a living creature, and you don't want to fight them. I learned that the hard way.
He makes us call him Meadowbrook.
The atom bomb wasn't the only monster the Manhattan Project let loose.
The glitter beast. So he does this.
Yeah.
Obviously, the atom bomb happened and glitter happened. And so after the war, he opens up Meadowbrook and starts selling this glitter and like continues cutting this glitter up and making. He's still making the rings probably and selling them to the government and then making the glitter.
Sure.
And then starts developing all kinds of different glitters. And the U.S. government keeps calling them back, and they're like, "Hey, we've got another idea of some stuff that you can cut up for us really small." Or there was also a point where they said, "Hey, could you just give us a whole bunch of glitter?" And they said,
he was like, "For what?"
He said, "Excuse me, what?"
And they were the government. Please don't ask that.
And they said, "We want the White House to be shinier."
Yeah. There's a giant lizard that just came out of the ocean, and we don't know how to fight him, but we feel like the glitter monster might.
The glitter monster can help. So we're going to try to summon them in the Pacific and make them fight.
That's what I'm saying.
No. So they had this idea for radar chaff, which was kind of like early flares.
Yeah.
And so the concept was if you're in a plane and a rocket, like an early heat-seeking rocket, is reaching
you could shoot
plane,
some glitter.
You could drop some glitter out, and because it was metal at the time, glitter was metal, it would blow up on the glitter bomb instead of on your plane. So they call it radar chaff. It can also distract radars. If you're flying through a radar zone, you just explode a bunch of glitter into the air.
So just to make sure I understand, let's make sure I understand. Flying through war. There's a button in this plane that's like flashing red that just says glitter. They're worried about the manly boats, but this plane just goes, and it's like,
it opens up the cockpit and he has to blow it. It's like a handful.
Tower, I've got a bogey in sight. They're coming straight. Oh, hold on. Glitter deployed. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, they did that. That was a thing. So he secured a handful of government contracts doing things like this, where there were certain applications for glitter in the military. Another
Birthday
big one,
parties.
Another big one was actually explosives.
I said that earlier. For record,
I wasn't gonna
20 minutes ago.
I wasn't going to acknowledge
and
it.
Tim went, for what? I said they're making bombs. Are you making bombs out of glitter? You did that to me.
Yeah, so they did that.
Tim
here's the reason
hates when I'm right about things. Tim hates when my brain goes, I know. You know?
And so the reason they put it in explosives is, say you're making a bomb.
Yep.
Government contract, whatever. Making this bomb. What the last ingredient in the recipe, as per the United States government,
glitter,
is a little bit of glitter. But every manufacturer of bombs and every type of bomb has a different color and shape of glitter.
So you can know what went off.
So you can know exactly where it came from.
Yeah. Smart.
Yeah. So that if you're ever at a bomb site, look for the glitter and see if you can figure it. Then you know
If
at
you
least where
survived.
that came from. Yeah. Golden stars. I know where this came
You go, right? Because your finger is gone and you're dying.
Yeah.
But at least that last moment, you might know
You know, Lockheed Martin.
where it came from.
It's the logo. The glitter is just the logo really small.
Johnson and Johnson?
So he's throughout his whole career, he's making glittery stuff for the U.S. military.
Sure.
And glitter for kids' birthday parties and stuff like that, and crafts and things like that. He passes away. His son,
Takes over.
Henry Rushman Jr. takes over. He invents another special kind of glitter, and then they transition to like plastic glitters. And they continue selling glitter for a long time. He got ousted from the company. And so he takes this interview because he's kind of bitter.
Yeah. A couple days ago.
Well, the video was released a couple days
How long ago did he get ousted?
Like 10 years ago.
Okay.
So he still lives on the property because it's family property,
Sure.
but he doesn't work for the company. So he can't go
Awkward.
into like the,
Super awkward.
like it's weird. He technically is an owner of the property.
He's sleeping in
'cause
the
he's
car
family.
outside
But
the
yeah,
offices.
he doesn't work there. So he's like,
Yeah.
no,
He wakes up every morning and leans his car seat forward.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, "Oh, hey, Rachel," because she's the journalist who's
Yeah.
also living in her car. Hey, Junior. All right, they share a cigarette. They fall in love, and turns out, cigarettes,
that's a good thought. Because smoke needs to be shiny.
because the ash and stuff.
Oh, so you can trace it where that came from.
Yeah, you know what gave you lung cancer?
HelloFresh.
Cancer. Cancer's making cigarettes. No,
I didn't
dude,
know that was
don't
a
smoke.
corporation.
That's big cancer. Nah.
So he talks about all the government contracts that they had.
Sure.
And he said, look, I don't know what's going on there now. And he said, but I can almost guarantee whatever they don't want you to know about is a government thing. Because he was like, because the boating stuff, that's out there in the open. The automotive stuff, that's out there in the open. Toothpaste was a thing. Toothpaste was doing it. But in 2017, before this article came out, the FDA was like, hey, stop that.
Is there glitter in this?
Yeah.
And they were like,
I'll never tell.
ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, you
It's like
smile.
stuck
You
in your
smile,
teeth,
it's
dude.
like leaking out your mouth, but it's like very saliva-y.
Yeah, I noticed whenever, it comes out the other way. It's like, wait a minute.
All of these industries, the issue with it being any of these industries, he said there's too many glitter manufacturers, there's too many companies in the industries, and there's too many middlemen. He's like, someone would leak that information. He said it has to be government for us to not be able to know what it is. And so he encourages the YouTuber, their name's Chuppel.
He goes, Mr. Trouble.
Mr. Chuppel, here's what I think you should do. No, he says you should follow that trail. So a couple of days ago, they filed a Freedom of Information Act to get the government to release everything they've done.
Tell us what you've done with the glitter. How do you file this Freedom of Information Act?
Yeah.
Right? I don't know what kind of words go into it. But it's like, I, a citizen of the United States, hereby request records in relations to the government's operations and activity involving glitter. Fine substances,
And
sand,
other things similar.
toothpaste,
To glitter. Yeah. What have you used glitter for?
and man-made monsters that fight deep-sea creatures
The Metal Man.
unknown to science.
I think that's
Send.
word for word what they said.
And who do you email it to? George W.
George
at
W. at the White House.
govt.gov.
govt.gov.
It's gov. gov.gov.
Surely that's not
Surely there's
available.
no way it exists, right? Gov.gov.
I don't know if you can buy .gov
You can't.
domains.
No, that's the whole point.
Gov.gov. It's unavailable.
You can
Gov.us though?
But I absolutely can. Gov.us is available?
Yeah, it says restrictions
right
apply.
now.
It says
Restrictions apply. What are you talking about?
I don't know what that means. I've literally never seen restrictions apply on something.
Well, you can buy a blue check mark on Twitter for George W. Bush.
All right, we're in the checkout.
Wait till y'all hear what we did with glitter.
So they put this in. Here's what I think. I didn't mention this yet. One of the theories from the beginning had been money, and I think that's a pretty solid theory.
Like the quarters?
No, dollar bills. Because I guess an important note that I haven't made yet. She talks in the interview. She asks her any interesting facts about glitter. And there's an interesting thing about glitter is because of however they make it and how thin it is or something like that, they actually put out UV light. And so we can't perceive that. But she was like, I think the exact way she put it, she said, so it's putting out waves that we can't see. And the lady said, oh, so could like animals and stuff see them? And she's like, well, yeah, I guess if they can see UV lights. And she's like, oh, that's interesting. That feature there that they put off UV makes me think, okay, they're putting it in money, and that's like part of what their like verification process is for dollar bills. That's like the UV. They can scan that.
Okay.
And they obviously don't want anyone to know that because they don't want people to know, oh, I just need to go get that type of glitter to counterfeit, and I've got it.
Sure.
And so that's like how they're secretizing their dollar bills.
Secretizing, promatizing.
That's what I think is the most likely thing.
Is dollar bills?
Dollar bills, cash.
I
Cold,
think they're
hard
taking
cash.
a bunch of glitter, smash it together,
Yeah.
stamping Washington's face on it, and passing it as a quarter.
Oh, okay. So you're saying it's kind of like
quarter.
protein chips. Like it's just the powder.
What are you talking
chip
about?
forming and heating up.
Sure.
Same concept. It's just glitter. You're just quarter forming
Yeah.
and selling quarters. You don't sell quarters.
Quartering. You're just
You want to buy this quarter? 46 cents.
Gotta up it.
Yeah. Yesterday's price.
Well, I'm trying to make a profit here. I got a family to
price.
feed.
Yeah. What do you think? I'm going to sell it at cost? Yeah,
Come
it's
on,
ridiculous.
Come on, man. These people want too much.
You ain't going to tip me either?
Here's a tip.
So this is a developing story. I can't believe I've never heard of it before. But maybe someday soon.
Wow, we'll keep you updated, listener. I know you're just on the edge of your seat.
We're going to hear where glitter's coming from, who's buying up all the glitter, and why they don't want you to know.
Tim, I did find out.
Oh, yeah, tell me.
You gotta put some dramatic music in here.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Some documentary music.
He's Googling dramatic music right now.
No. He's gonna put it in post.
I know
he's professional.
putting it in his notes, but
So.
I'm,
This comes out August 13th.
15th?
That's what you wrote.
Okay.
On July 27th, 2023, the Freedom of Information Act revealed that the glitter was indeed being used on boats.
In that other podcast, the guy was like, they interviewed a guy in the industry, and he was like,
In the industry?
and when I say industry, I should clarify, not in the glitter industry, in like the industry of like private investigation industry.
Oh, sure.
Like, I don't know why I just said in the industry.
In the industry,
Like, that
as
was
far
like-
as just sleuthing.
he said what he said was it's gonna be something really boring. He's like
Yeah.
He's like, I think it's gonna be something really boring.
And the government's like, you got us.
We like glitter, okay?
Sorry, dudes. Anyway,
Anyways,
you know who doesn't like glitter?
Who?
The devil. I've come to fill you off. Like it's the glitter monster doing a weird voice thing.
Why is the glitter monster's voice like?
His tongue is made of glitter. It's hard to speak. His vocal cords are made of glitter. I don't understand what's so gosh dang hard to understand about a person, a being entirely composed of fine shavings. And for the fact that you would ridicule their voice.
Don't take their voice from them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Their voice.
Yeah.
And use that as a way to mock them, ridicule them, to dim their light, to stop their shine.
Here's the thing. They shine in ways you can't even see. They're on a spectrum that you cannot perceive.
He puts out UV rays that you can't even see, my guy.
My guy?
All right? You're not careful. He's going to steal your wife.
What if that's like people who go around and like I see your aura? What if they do have like a disability where they can see UV rays and that's what it is? Like they actually see you emitting UV light and that's what they mean by aura.
And that's a disability?
Well, we all agree that's what superpowers are, right?
Disability, Tim. Yeah, Superman gets to park super close to the store, dude.
That guy's really strong. He gets to park close.
What a disability. And that's what's annoying, dude, is that they're always taking the spots. And the people who need it are walking a long way. Well, these heroes. I was thinking, like, if animals can see UV rays that we can't, and you just take a bag of glitter to the zoo, and they're just tripping out, dude.
Just like,
yeah.
What's going on? Yeah, I wonder how many UV lights we got going on, like just in general everyday life, like we would see if we could see, you know?
You know what I think?
What?
About a lot is how, obviously this table is brown.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But what I see as brown and what you see as brown may be literally completely opposite. Like,
yeah.
You know
Which is scary to think about.
Like if this table in your brain looks what I would perceive as purple.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But like in your brain, that's brown.
Yeah.
So these colors look good together.
Yeah. I think the same thing with tastes.
Yeah?
Yeah. Same exact concept.
I think the same thing with consciousness. You know?
Like what you...
Like what if I'm not real?
Yeah.
And you're not real?
Yeah.
I don't care what anybody says. that person is not real. Have you seen that video? Best video on the internet.
There is a very similar video of Britney Spears. Have you seen that? Hey, thanks for watching this episode. If you liked it, here's another one you can check out. And then down here is a bunch of other episodes you can watch. So make sure you click on that to watch forever. And then you can subscribe if you haven't done that already. It makes sure you don't miss an episode. Like this video, leave a comment, leave a review wherever you're watching, and then subscribe or follow on whatever social media platform you prefer. We will be there.